ladies, and welcome back to my channel. It's Rage Andrea. So in this video it's going to be a lot going on. Okay, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get the picture in the thumbnail. I don't even know how to describe this. It's just like a very rich navy, royal deep blue type of undertone. I guess you can just say that this is like a navy blue, but you also get like royal sapphire undertones. I guess that's what we're just gonna call it. So I'm gonna keep this part in the video because I felt like I kind of messed up in the beginning, but I kind of recovered because I found more colors that just was a better combination to get this blue shade. So originally I went in with this color, they're all from Kids Color. So originally I went in with just the blue Moonlight, and I felt like the undertone of this was just not really hitting the way that I really wanted it to. It just was not deep enough for me. It was a lot more blue than I thought it was gonna be. It was giving me more like electric blue vibes, better for like springtime, summertime type of hair. I wasn't really going for like an electric blue. I wanted more like a deep denim blue with like good undertones to it. So I don't know if you guys don't do this step, if it's going to be like a very true deep blue like I did have on the end of the video or the beginning of the video. So I really do recommend for you guys to do this step, because if you don't, it's not guaranteed it's going to look the same. All right. So this is what the hair was looking like, maybe because I let it sit for about 2 hours. You guys already know when it comes to me letting my wig sit, I always do a minimum of like 6 hours. I always let my wig sit. So I usually do the wigs either early in the morning or late at night, because I can go to bed and just make sure that my hair is penetrating and sitting overnight, or I do it in the morning time, go and do what I need to do during the day, and then come back and rinse it out at nighttime. So this is the hair next day. I did let it go ahead and air dry, and I decided that I wanted to give it like some root action. So I took two more shades from Kids Colors. One was Royal Navy, the other was what was that? Blue Black. The Blue Black is just way too dark. I didn't want to do that color just solidly on its own, but I did want that super deep undertone. So I went ahead and mixed those two colors evenly. If you guys want like a specific video of how I use my applicator and apply the color on the hair, go ahead and check out my jet black video of how I avoid getting dye on the lace. I do more of like a detailed video. So you guys go ahead and check out that video if you want more of a detailed video on that. But if not, you can just go ahead and just keep watching this video. So this is what the hairline is looking like. The lace is looking phenomenal. You have no blue dye on the lace. I do use a specific mannequin to do all my dye hair coloring videos. I did get it from Amazon. I believe it's like a 20-inch silicone head. I think that's what it is. If not, I will see if I can see if I can find it from Amazon, because I know they kind of just stopped showing things after like 6 months, and I think I bought this like 6 months ago, or more than 6 months ago. So yeah, these are the colors that I ended up using. I took Royal Navy again. I also took that same blue Midnight, that same blue Moonlight, and then I also added in a shade of Sapphire. I felt like this was the perfect blue shades to mix together to give me this blue tone. You guys could see in the beginning of the video, you'll also see in the end of the video how rich and blue the hair came out. And this is literally hands down my favorite wig. In person, it's so hard to describe the color of this hair because it's very deep and subtle. Like, it's not subtle because it's blue, but this wig is so subtle in person. It literally looks like a pure navy blue. If I turn a different way, if I'm in like a different type of sunlight or something, you can definitely see more of like the Royal Navy type of undertones, and then you also get like a glimpse of the sapphire. This hair came out so gorgeous, you guys. So all I'm doing right here is just putting all the hair color on the hair, nothing special. move on to rinsing out the hair. The root action definitely did penetrate as good as I wanted to. I believe I let this hair or the hair dye sit for 8 hours overnight. This was like the next day in the morning time. So I'm just going ahead and rinsing out the hair. In the beginning, I thought that all this hair dye was going to literally rinse out in the sink, but only a little bit of the dye rinsed out, and it's probably because of the hair dye that I did like overly obsessive in certain areas. But that was literally it when it came to rinsing out the color, and that's all the color that came out. The rest of the color really did penetrate on the wig, and I was so happy and so satisfied. This is how I dry my wigs, if you guys were wondering. This is the next day. I let the hair sit for about 80% dry, and I always like to come back on camera and show you guys how I blow dry the hair, to show you guys the different undertones and how the wig is always looking. And girl, we gotta take a second to appreciate this color. Like, this color came out so bomb, you guys. This is hands down my favorite hair color of all time. It is so gorgeous. It's so perfect for fall, and it's so good for like my more subtle, super conservative type of people. You guys are out there, I already know. You guys always talk about like how I rock my crazy colored hair colors, and you guys are like, you know, I wish I could do that, I'm not that brave, or something along those lines. But I really do think that this is like a very good hair color for you guys. It's very conservative. Even some people that's able to get away with different darker hair colors for corporate. I know some people can get away, depending on their work environment, they're able to get away with colored hair, but it has to be like very dark and very deep, like the very deep plummy shades, very deep navy blue blacks and stuff like that. So this time around, I'm going to be using a new lace glue. I'm trying to get a lot better with lace glue. I've been kind of staying away from lace glue because it kind of just scares me a little bit, you guys, but I'm getting a lot more comfortable with using it in my videos. So this time around, I'm going to be using lace grip. Last time I've been using Bold Hold Active, but the only bad thing about the Bold Hold Active is I feel like I have to use a little bit of my translucent powder in medium, just kind of make sure it blends a lot better. The lace grip undertone of the lace glue is like it's like a gray undertone. I don't even know how to describe it, but it's definitely not white. I kind of just like to stay away from pure white lace glues because I feel like for women of color, they just don't really dry purely invisible. So yeah, I'm going to be putting the lace glue about 1/2 inch or an inch behind my hairline, and just using a popsicle stick just to kind of push it down. I actually got this technique from Hair by Erica J. I believe she did it on her recent video about a couple of days ago, and I first saw her do this and I was like, OMG, I'm going to try this when I get home the other day. And that's when I had tried it, and I felt like it just worked really good because it just made the wig a lot more secure when I did it this way. So I'm just going to head and just blow drying it a little bit, and then I just go ahead and take my wig and just start to push it down on the glue.